Good morning, guys. This is Amy. I've got some cards I'd like to share with you today. A lot of these are for my church. As some of you may know, my pastor has asked me to start making birthday cards and missing you from church cards, sympathy cards, thank you for visiting cards. It's a lot of cards. And also a birthday card for every member who comes, and just people who participate and may not be members too. And so there's a lot of cards. So this is what I'm sending out for this week. This first one does not go to the church, however. This is my mother-in-law's birthday card, and I just wanted to show it to you because I'm sending it out in the morning. And I made this card, and I believe this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. And I used this paper line right here, the Kirby Tisdale. This is a 4.5 by 6.5 inch pad. I really love these papers, but I didn't see it in a 6 by 6. So, but this works, especially for the A2 size card. So it works. I believe this sentiment come from a hot off the press stamp set. This is a Hampton Arts stamp set, and I stamped with Hero Arts inks. This is cut out with a Spellbinders die. This background paper is Basil. This is some vintage trim that I had. And this is, let me see if I have a piece of it. It's not that metallic tape. It's ribbon. Where have I put that stuff at now? You know my whole desk is like a tornado hit it. And I thought I had some of that stuff laying out. I was going to show y'all. Well, heck, if I even wanted to use it, I couldn't find it. So there you go. Oh well. So much for me trying to be tidy. But it's just like a ribbon, but it's like a paper too. And I run it through my Xyron, and then run it through an embossing folder. And I use one of the Anna Griffin embossing folders, the lace ones that you get from HSN. Then this is the inside of the card. It says, this little card was sent your way to wish you the very best and most special day. Happy birthday, Mom. And then I stamped it in the corner. This is a dollar spot from Michael's stamp, and I stamped it with that same raspberry Hero Arts ink that I stamped this on the front with. So that's her card, and then it just has my stamp on the back, which I had just ordered me a new stamp. And those of y'all are in the I'll show it to y'all when I get it. But if you are, looking for a stamp that's personalized with your blog and YouTube and all that information on one stamp, on a rubber stamp, rubberstamps.net will do that, and they'll do it cheap. And they got a lot of things to choose from, so I was real happy. This is a man's card. This is going for the church. This is like a middle-aged man. I say middle-aged because I think he's maybe in his 50s, but he's not by no means old, So I give him something kind of young, but not kiddie young. It's hard to make cards for people like this, unless you know their personality. And I know him, he's kin to me, but I don't really know what he likes because he's distant. That kind of kin that you only see at family reunions and church. I don't really know him that well, so anyway, I'm in a chatty Cathy mood this morning. Here goes the stamp set that I use. Pardon the glare. Let's see if I can. Let me turn this light a little bit. All right, there it goes. It's the TPC Studios from Hobby Lobby stamp. Let me just check this out. It's still gonna have a glare because it's on that cling stuff. Maybe it's not near as bad. And then it has this, there you go, that's a better way to see it. I just can't get the whole thing to do that. and they don't want to stick to this cling for some reason. These, I'll tell you what, you get these stamps from TPC at Hobby Lobby, and the cling on them ain't no good. Let me show you this sentiment down here. I just took that sentiment from that stamp set and stamped it here with some Navy Hero Arts ink and put some little banner type washi tape here, some sequins with some bling in the middle. Did you see that? I use my Hot Fix too to adhere the bling, and some gesso to adhere the sequins, and some gesso to adhere, gem medium, not gesso, I'm sorry, to adhere this, because it will stay. Once you glue something down with that stuff, it will stay. Since it's coming from the church, I put the cross on it, so he would know it was from the church always. This is from a Tim Holtz stamp set. This color of spray is, I think it's on the Milk Chocolate Lindy Step Gang, and then I stamped it with a floral from Autumn Leaves, and I used dark brown chalk ink from Color Box, and then this is the Sunshine color from Tattered Florals Glimmer Mist. So, and this is another one of those 5x6.5 inch cards. So, and then this is more washi tape here. So, you know, I struggled with this card, and you know, if you look at this ribbon, it picks up colors of that orange. See there? It picks up all the colors. It's like iridescent. So I thought it picked up this orange here, and the yellow, and the blue too. It was wired. I just pulled the wire out and tied a bow and wrapped it around. Just made it work for me. But that's that. Let me get this stamp set out of the way. I'm trying not to make this video be so long y'all get bored sitting there watching me. But if I don't clean this mess up, I won't have no room to show you anything else. Y'all tell me if you can't understand my my little country accent, because I watch some of my videos and I'm like, Lord, I can't understand nothing I'm saying. I don't know how they do. This one was for the people who belong to the church but haven't been back to church in a little while. And it just says, we've been missing you, on pieces of the designer paper, colored with my distress inks, and it's printed on the printer. So if you're going to do that, you have to color it with your distress ink and then print it so it doesn't smear. It blurred a little bit, or you got to dab it on so it doesn't smear, because printer ink, unless you're using a laser jet printer, will smear, because it's just like that distress ink has a lot of water in it, and it will smear. You can take that to the bank, it will smear. So that was done on the computer. If I need a sentiment and I don't have a stamp for it, then that's what I do. This one right here, this stamp set right here, the preacher and his wife bought these for me at Hobby Lobby, I believe. And it says, know that you are loved. And I stamped that out on another piece of the designer paper, if you can see. It's like school notebook paper. I layered it with a piece of this red back here, this pink red color, and that's basil, that red is. For the this is the paper pad that I used, Sky's the Limit by My Mind's Eye, and this is what it looks like, the 6x6 pad. I used this print right here and got some pieces off of this print right here for this here, and then this is a piece of washi tape. Like I said, these are from the church. The first one for my mother-in-law, that is from me and my husband. That is not from the church. But this is for the church to give for the birthday. So these are handmade flowers where you take those primas that used to come single leaves. I forget what you call them. They were E-series, E something, I can't remember what you call them, but these were the hydrangea leaves. And I watched a YouTube video that showed you how to roll them up and make them into a rose. So I did that. And this is a Paper Studio flower. and the bling fell out of the middle, or whatever kind of center they had fell out. So I put that bling in there, and then I brought the bling down here and brought it to the bottom. Inked all these edges with Distress ink, same color I used here. This is washi tape right here, this little banner, and this little banner right here, this washi tape, but I put it on white paper because these flowers are white, they are translucent on the tape and will pick up whatever color is behind it. So to keep the continuity, I put it on white and then cut it out so that the flowers would stay white. This piece right here is a doily from a Martha Stewart pack, and it's got shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me turn my lamp back up. Now, can you see any of the shimmer in it? There it goes. Anyway, that's all of that one, and here goes the inside. Now this one is from the church, so it's all layered on that red basil. It's stamped, and it says each of us will be a blessing to the other, Romans. This is another piece of the design paper. I cut it in a banner and inked it. This is a piece of washi tape, and if you buy that Studio G washi tape, it's more like rolled up paper. It ain't got no sticky to it. Run it through your Xyron sticker maker and it will make a sticker. And this is a fabric tape. I forgot where I got that from, but the bottom half, this is where the sentiment goes. Let me get this down where y'all can see. The preacher asked that this is where the sentiment goes, at the top or on the left side of the card, depending on how it opens. But at one side, he wanted it to be left for him to sign it from the church. So that is why they are laid out like that. So, okay, that's 3 cards down. Okay, I got 2 more to show you. This is for a female. I don't even know this lady. She is a member of our church, but let me get a piece of paper here. But she has not been, so to say, participating. But he wants to send her a card anyway, so I don't blame him. Maybe it'll get her back. So the designer paper I use, I'll just leave this sitting out here. Let me get, I don't know, let me not get nothing. I don't know where nothing is in here. You'd think it wasn't even my space. There, can y'all see that? Y'all fixing to be able to see it. Alright, I know that stamping is faint on that, but I'm fixing to pick it back up. I just want, well, there it went. I just wanted to be able to show you. See, this is not my day. This is why I'm not at church this morning, because I am not feeling well today. I used this Lost and Found Market Street. I used this, but I used the 12 by 12. So it was one of these pieces like this. Right here you see that had the floral in the corners and had the bird, but the piece in the middle was like tan and cream, and it had some flourishes that had a little bit of script. So I used that piece out of a 12 by 12 sheet. See the background a little bit, and just stamped right on top of that. Let me get my setup, okay. And I think I used Ultra Pink Hero Arts ink to stamp the bird out. That's a Hero Arts stamp. And then this down here, this bird cage, is a Prima stamp. This is a Prima stamp. Says her love, her beauty, her smile. And this one over here says Bird of Beauty. Those are all Prima stamps. Alright, they're the red rubber stamps. This is stamped out with bubblegum Hero Arts ink. This is stamped in the dark brown chalk ink by Color Box, and this is stamped out with Tide Pool Hero Arts ink. Okay, I got these flowers right here a long time ago from Basil Basics paper, and this is a center that came from close to my heart. This is some of that mesh bling between them. You can't really see the color, but it's a pinkish color, layered over a piece of a ruffled ribbon. and then it's got this green bezel in the background piece. This is the inside. Now remember, this is for the church, so they all get this sentiment right here if it's a birthday card. It's a birthday prayer that you will be blessed at all that makes you happiest. And I think my husband's brought it to my attention that this stamp spelled blessed the wrong way, but I don't know. I'm not a speller. Then I just left this side blank so that he could sign it however he liked, and then it's got my stamp. But I can't wait to get my stamp back in the mail with my name on it, my blog and my everything, so I don't have to sign those anymore. I've been using that one right there from Hobby Lobby for a long time. But I'm ready to get one with my name stamped out on it, and my blog and my YouTube channel, so I ain't got to write all that in and people can find me. Because when I started making these for the church, people started asking, how can I find you? You know. This is using this Authentique. This is an old one, but it is a good one, and I don't even know the name of it, so if you see it right there somewhere, Essentials I think is the name of this one. There you go. I love that paper pad, really do. It's good for boys, girls, men, old women, it don't matter, everybody's good. This is a Martha Stewart punch. Some more of that bling trim. Try to bow out some ribbon and layer that here. This is all that background paper. This is one of the new Anna Griffith dies that come from Home Shopping Network, where she had that bundle where you get the embossing folders and the dies that match and everything. Well, this is one of the dies, and it's embossed. And then I do have this out, and I went over the top with this Inca Gold metallic rub. I went over the embossing after I embossed it in the machine, and look how it picked that up. It looks good down there. I think it does. And that's just the product. That's not no technique of mine that I'm bragging about. I got a piece of Basil Gray, and you see I got this mounted on black with the craft card base showing. So I got a piece of gray to match this gray down here, but I flipped it over because most of my basil is textured. I was going to run this through the printer because I didn't have a sentiment that said, you know, anything we're missing you. And this is a stamp, and I stamped this out, and this is a paper tray ink dye. But and this is a paper tray ink dye. It's like a little notepad, but I trimmed it down to make it fit. But this We've Been Missing You from Church, I printed on the printer and printed it out on the back side, the smooth side of this basil paper, and then cut it out. Actually, I think I cut it out first. This is a piece of silver washi tape. I've been trying to use my washi tape lately. Ink the edges with the black. Ink the edges around here with the black. And that's all for the front. And then on the inside, this is a lighter color of gray. It ain't white, it's gray. I don't know how true to color this camera will be. And then it's layered on a piece of black, and it says, be the change you wish to see in the world. Now I put quotes like that in these because they are from the church, but they're to help people come back to church. And so I try to put some encouraging words inside of them instead of something that would be, you know, I could have put a verse in there, but I wanted it to be something positive and uplifting that would speak to them and their situation, no matter what it might be. So there's nothing wrong with putting verse in there, and I use it all the time. So you see in that female card, I did use a verse. So, you know, it just depends on what strikes me for that card. I believe that stamp set right there, this one, Be the Change You Want to See in the World, was another one that my preacher and his wife bought for me at Hobby Lobby. They went shopping in there and just bought it for me because they know that I go through a lot of supplies. So they're trying to help me out in any way they can. The church does not buy my supplies, so I just want all y'all to know. I do get to count it as a charitable contribution, but I did not want the church buying my supplies because you know, this is something that I volunteered to do. He asked me, and I told him that I would do for the church. So I took it upon myself. On the charitable contribution, that'd be no different than me turning in clothes to the thrift store and getting a charitable contribution for my taxes, you know, for what I donated. So that's how that works. If any of you are thinking about doing anything like this, it's a wonderful thing to do, and it's keeping me very busy, and it's keeping my creative muscles going and flexing, and so I think it just encourages me to keep making cards and not get stagnant in this craft that we love. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. I will be back this week with another video or two. I have a swap coming up, so I've talked to you long enough. I hope you stayed through to the end. If you did, God bless you. If you didn't, God bless you. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.